Greetings, YouTube. My wife and I watched a film recently called The Big Empty, which is a Jon Favreau vehicle. It also stars Daryl Hannah and Kelsey Grammer. Now, I bought this one blind. I'm a fan of Jon Favreau as an actor. I think he's quite entertaining. When I bought Chef, which is an excellent film, I bought that one blind as well. Very happy to find out that my wife actually wanted to see it. That was kind of just serendipity. So I figured Chef was good. I'll buy this one and see what happens. And the basic premise is we have our main character, Jon Favreau, is an out of work actor. Sorry, cat hair. He does courier duty to make ends meet, but not enough. And his name is John Person. Yep, Person, Person. And he's a mess of anxiety. He's got huge debts. He's late on his rent. He's trying to get new acting gigs, and it's not panning out for him. His neighbor across the street is very sympathetic to him. I forgot the actress's name, but she was in Chasing Amy. When I watched her in the film, I'm going, I know her from somewhere. And I had to look up online to find out what she's been in. It was Chasing Amy is where I was remembering her from. She was the main character's love interest in the film, and you can tell that there's something there, that he is so wrapped up in his anxiety that he's not seeing it. But he gets a deal. And the deal is this. His weird neighbor, guy's got like this neck brace like this. His weird neighbor says, oh, here's a briefcase or a suitcase. It's a blue suitcase. Take the blue suitcase to this point, meet a guy named Cowboy, and he will give you $25,000. Now, John Person says, well, if you want this done, I want 27,000 and so, enough to erase his taking credit card debt. Why you just rounded up to 28,000? I'm not sure, but he didn't. So he takes the deal, and the guy gives him a gun, which freaks him out a little bit, but okay. So he gets in his VW bus, which is awesome, and drives to the location to find out that he's missed the cowboy. So now he has to stay in this middle of nowhere place out in the desert. It's a truck stop. Unless you are a trucker, you are not stopping here. You're just going to drive right through it. Now it's got a population of like probably 40 people. But now he's stuck here until he can hook up with the cowboy. The next person he meets that's interesting is the guy in charge of the hotel, who's a character actor who's acting, whose name again I forget. He is wearing some kind of weird chokers, like hippie groovy type chokers that you see on surfers and such. Two characters, two things, bringing attention to their necks. Then he meets the bartender, played by Daryl Hannah, I think she did an excellent job, and she is wearing a porcupine quill choker. So three characters, all bringing focus on their necks. No explanation. He eventually bumps into the bartender's daughter, Ruthie, and there's automatically something going on between these two characters, even though Ruthie is significantly younger than John Person. So wacky things ensue. Discovered that the cowboy is real and very dangerous, willing to use violence at the drop of a hat, willing to kidnap people. And he discovers that a lot of people in this town are wrapped up in the conspiracy theories about alien abductions and alien visitations. It's very common here, okay? And eventually, the cowboy says, I want you to do this, and if you don't do this, I'm going to kill your girlfriend, because he's kidnapped the woman that lives in his apartment in the other city, in the city that is his home, to use as a bargaining chip. So he goes out in the desert, he sets up all these other suitcases, now he's got like 15 of them bringing things, and eventually a bus shows up, bunches of people get off, one of them is Ruthie. Now in the intervening situation, he actually hooks up with Ruthie, only discovering at the end of the film that she is 17, which is very problematic in California, which the age of consent is 18. The actual actress that played her was 24, so... And there's nothing, you don't really see any action. They are in bed, and they are naked, but there is no nudity ever seen. So there's no sex, no nudity. I think there's a kiss or something. So it is handled fairly well, even though he discovers after the fact that she's 17. Though I'll admit, he doesn't actually push too hard to find out how old she is because she's attractive and he's alone. And eventually you get this alien abductions thing because the cowboy eventually, when the last time he sees him, the cowboy does something. His neck does something that human necks don't do. So now you get this supposition, or all the other people he's encountered, like alien hybrids of some variety, and they don't even know what they are. That's possible. Sorry, I still have cat hair everywhere. So it's a quirky film. It is absolutely quirky, but it's fun. It's entertaining. Jon Favreau is excellent. The supporting acting is done. Kelsey Grammer plays an FBI agent. Plays it to the hilt. It's wonderful. Now, I thought the ending was a bit of a piece of bull because it's like, well, we can't really close this case because no one really knows what's going on. Multiple people saw the cowboy. One of them was kidnapped by the cowboy for 3 days. Okay? The cowboy actually has sex with one of the people that is in the film, like a prostitute. So multiple people know he exists, he is real, and yet they're willing to write this off and write off the fact that at this point in the film, 90 people have gone missing. And everyone's like, yeah, we're not going to look into it any further. So maybe it's this freaky X-File thing. I don't know. But it's a fun film. I enjoyed myself. I'm kind of disappointed there isn't a commentary track on this film because I really would like to have heard that. So I recommend this. I bought it blind, and I'm quite glad that I did. So if you like quirky little films, and you like Jon Favreau, and you like a good supporting cast, I would definitely recommend this. It was quite enjoyable.